Okay, so the legendary drive in the Helix is based on Steve Vai's Carvin Legacy drive pedal. Essentially, it's a 2-channel little valve preamp thing that was designed to be like a fly rig that he could plug into the return or into the front of an amplifier. And apparently it has the same kind of preamp as his actual Carvin signature amps do. I don't know if they even make those anymore. Anyway, it's one of the drives in the Helix which takes up quite a lot of DSP. This, I think, is the heaviest drive in the Helix for DSP, and what that generally might mean is that it's got quite a lot going on beneath the hood. This is the first time really checking it out on the channel. What I like about it is it's very, very tweakable, so we can lower to get traditional style drive pedal. So I'm swapping here between a Boss SD1 and the legendary drive. Obviously, as we increase this drive, we've got a lot of potential for Now, the manual recommends starting off in this all too familiar position of everything at 5 o'clock, but it does warn that this isn't like the flattest response or anything. It just says this is a good starting point. So without going into a Rootmaster 66 Dr. Z, by the way. So plenty of presence and plenty of sizzle, I would say. And maybe a really good one to look for those kind of 80s lead tones. And as we increase this drive, you can keep going all the way up to 10, and it's kind of crazy then. So, plenty of gain on tap, I'd imagine, for most folks. As I say, I think that's kind of a little bit sizzly, so we got things like the presence control. Or leave that where it is, and you can use this treble control as well. That's what I really like about this pedal, is that it's really, really versatile. And also, I generally would probably boost the mids, I think, but the cool thing about it though would be that you could use this just as one drive pedal into your amp, and you could basically get, you know, as many tones as you needed out of this. I think using snapshots you can get a real vast array of different tones, because this is essentially an amp in front of your amp, so you can, you know, set this up however you like. The settings that I quite liked are as follows: drive at 2.8, bass at 5, mids at 10, treble at 0, and then the presence at 5.9 to bring back some of that presence, because we've taken out quite a bit of treble, and then the level at 5. Like I say, if you were to use snapshots, you could potentially have gain boosted up, and you could have completely different settings, you know, however you chose to set this up to give yourself a lead. It also takes pedals quite well. There I was stacking with the ST1. So that's the Carvin Legendary Drive, or the Legacy Drive, Legendary Drive on the Helix. I think worth a look, definitely as one of those kind of drive pedals that could do an awful lot in one rig if you do choose to use it. It's definitely DSP heavy though, so you're going to have to be a little bit careful about where you use it, and you know, make sure you got a reason to use it. But I suggest for that kind of 80s lead tone and those kind of hair metal things, maybe Eddie Van Halen type stuff as well, or even Guthrie Govan type tones, I think this could be a good one to check out. Feel free to like and subscribe if that was at all useful to you or interesting in any way. As I say, I'm using the Dr. Z Interstate Z Rootmaster 66 with those settings, but essentially that's a clean tone, and then into a dual cab and a glitz reverb. Hopefully that was vaguely useful, and I'll put together an intro now and make use of some of these tones. Catch you in another video soon. Cheers, bye.